In 900 AD, one of the greatest civilizations on Earth simply stopped, not conquered, not burned, not invaded, abandoned. 40 million people, gone from their cities within a single century. For over 1,000 years, the jungle swallowed the truth. What your history teachers told you about the Maya collapse isn't the whole story. This is the story of the Maya collapse. It's about the fragility of power and the arrogance of kings. It's about a drought so precise, modern satellites can still measure it, and a truth that took until 2012 and NASA technology to finally emerge. Let me show you what really happened. 800 AD. The Yucatan Peninsula is alive with stone and ceremony. Tikal towers 65 meters above the jungle canopy. Chichen Itza hums with trade. Palenque's scribes carve the names of kings into limestone that will outlast their empire. This is the Maya Classic period, and it is astonishing. King Yak's passage Chan Yopat rules Copan. Lord Khan controls the largest political network in Mesoamerica. These are not primitive chieftains. These are strategists, astronomers, engineers, men who built hydraulic reservoirs capable of supplying 80,000 people. But beneath the monuments, cracks were forming. By 750 AD, intercity warfare had become constant. Inscriptions from Quirigua record the beheading of Copan's king in 738 AD, a public humiliation that shattered political alliances across the region. Resources were being burned, not built. Intelligence, had anyone been reading it, was everywhere. Tree rings, lake sediment cores, stalagmite oxygen isotopes, all of them recording the same morning. The rains were failing. Nobody listened. Nobody knew history was about to pivot, and that no single king would be responsible. All of them would be 820 AD, southern lowlands. Drought year 3. The reservoirs at Tikal, once an engineering marvel, are dropping. Crops fail, then fail again, then again. First, the trade networks fracture, then the tribute stops flowing, then the farmers, who built the pyramids, fed the priests, fought the wars, simply walk away. In Copan, archaeologists found something extraordinary. The last dated monument is 822 AD, then silent. In Palenque, 799 AD, Quirigua, 810 AD. City after city, the long count calendar, the Maya's sacred record of time, goes blank. Lord Khan's empire doesn't fall to an enemy army. It falls to empty grain stores and unpaid soldiers. Across the southern lowlands, an estimated 10 million people displaced in under 80 years. Not dead, moved north, into the dry scrub of the northern peninsula, into crowded cities already struggling. When the dust settled, the jungle had begun its reclamation, but the deeper collapse, the one nobody recorded, was still unfolding. In the decades after the southern cities emptied, the north briefly surged. Chichen Itza rose to dominance. Uxmal flourished. But the political memory of what had failed didn't travel north with the refugees. The same patterns, elite competition, deforestation, reservoir mismanagement, repeated themselves. By 1050 AD, Chichen Itza was also in decline. Most 19th century explorers reported the Maya as a vanished civilization, a mystery of abandonment, romantic, inexplicable. But soil cores extracted from Lake Shashankanab in 2018, using technology unavailable to any previous researcher, told a different story entirely. The drought wasn't gradual, it was surgical. Between 800 and 1000 AD, annual rainfall dropped 41 to 54%. Not a slow fade, a sudden, brutal withdrawal of the one resource no pyramid could replace. And here's what history still doesn't fully acknowledge. The Maya didn't collapse. The elite collapsed. The people survived, adapted, moved. Millions of Maya descendants are alive today in Guatemala, Belize, southern Mexico. They never disappeared. Their kings did. Declassified archaeological findings from the 1990s onward, particularly LiDAR aerial surveys conducted between 2015 and 2020, revealed 60,000 previously unknown structures beneath the Guatemalan jungle. This wasn't a sparse civilization clinging to survival. This was a dense, interconnected urban network, more comparable to ancient Rome than anything previously imagined. The people who knew this landscape best, the Maya themselves, preserved oral traditions about the drought, the wars, the migrations. They were rarely asked. By the time Western archaeology arrived, the political stakes of acknowledging indigenous continuity felt inconvenient to colonial narratives. But it matters now, because every hydraulic civilization on Earth today faces the same equation the Maya faced: engineered water systems, elite overconsumption, and a climate that doesn't negotiate. The Maya didn't fail because they were primitive. They failed because they were human, and we owe them more than mystery. We owe them a mirror. History is full of moments like this, where everything secretly did go wrong, and nobody told us the full story. Next week, I'm covering the Bronze Age collapse, when 4 civilizations fell in a single century, and nobody knows exactly why. Subscribe so you don't miss it. What civilization should I cover next? Comments are open. Thank you for watching, and for remembering. I'll see you in the next one.